Hey guys, Vic from Drop the Spotlight here with Ryan from Panda Mony Toy Brands. How you doing today, Ryan?
Doing all right. How are you, Vic? Thanks for having me back.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be back. It's good to be out in the open.
Yeah, out in the open over video, but last time we were together, I think was it C2E2?
I believe it was New York Comic Con.
New York Comic Con. Okay. Yeah.
It was a blast.
Yeah, that was also before Armageddon, I think. Anyway.
Oh yes, we made it just in time. So Ryan, since it's been a while since we talked to you, we want our fans and new fans to know, could you tell us a little bit about you and Panda Mony Toy Brands?
Sure, yeah. So Panda Mony was started in 2017, just at the end, and our whole goal was to bring new brands out to kids. And since there was already a lot of great comics and independent animation, we started with toys because there weren't so many new things being made for toys, especially in the action figure aisle. So we started with our first brand, Alternation. The story behind that is these are characters created in a military experiment to mix animal DNA with human DNA, only they don't know they're experiments. They think they were just, born this way naturally. And so eventually the story is going to have a reckoning when they find out that they're actually experiments. The toys themselves, since they are all inspired by actual animal abilities, they have a play feature that matches. So not only does it have regular modern action figure articulation, 10 points or more, they also have a special ability. So the chameleon, who changes colors, the frog there, he does a backflip. We have some bad guys that are robots. They have, cybernetic powers. And it's been a lot of fun. We were nominated for Toy of the Year, actually this year, and won several awards, great reviews. We've been really happy with how everything's been turning out.
Congrats on the achievements, man. That's huge.
Thank you.
Oh yes, and as a fan of toys, and with children, we love to have a toy that not only resonates with our childhood, but it's fun to play with. Right. It takes creativity for that concept. So bravo to you, man.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of toys out there that are kind of just, it's a plastic representation of what you saw in the cartoon or the movie, and that's it. And we wanted to push as much as we could for the dollar, for what you're spending. The toys aren't cheap anymore. When we were kids, I think they were, I don't know, I think I got my Ninja Turtles for like $5 or something. I don't know.
Oh yes, I ever had a big area just for my toys, just playing, just because I live in a bad neighborhood. So it was, like you had to be home by a certain time because others would be out there. But I would have my toys there, just that awesomeness.
That's good. I was the opposite. I was in a super boring neighborhood that I had no kids, so I had to play with toys. When my parents didn't feel like driving me, the other side of town.
It happens. So was that the driving effect for how Alternation was conceived?
Was the just growing up with toys, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that there's been a part of me personally that's always just been into just creating characters and worlds, because that was how I spent a lot of my time, just for entertainment. And, if we were out and about, like my parents would pull me along with errands or something, or go to work, I would find a piece of paper and a pencil and write stories and draw pictures to go with them. So that's always been a part of me, and I just kind of developed it into a career, and here we are today, making the dream happen.
That is so cool, man. That is so cool, and congrats on phase 1 for Alternation. That is really awesome, man.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
So my next question is, we're hearing a little bit of talk about phase 2 for Alternation. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure, yeah. I mean, we had written on the boxes of the packaging, coming soon, phase 2, and it had our 2 more villains, Alpha and Bomber. And then, so that was, the toys were released 2019. Obviously, coronavirus happened and all the shutdowns happened. So we had inventory set aside for retailers and conventions, but there were no conventions, and retailers, especially the niche ones, were closed. So we didn't get our product out as quickly as we thought. Instead of, we're not going to let that, you got to roll with the punches sort of thing. You got to eye of the tiger. You got to, the buck stops here. I don't know, all those cliches, but we just decided we got to keep going. We didn't we didn't go for any of those loans or bailouts or anything like that. Instead, we decided, let's just take the toys straight to the consumer. You have crowdfunding nowadays. We can do that. We can, if people want these toys, they have a chance to buy them ahead of time, help the company out in some hard times, everybody's experiencing, especially, everybody. There's nobody that hasn't been affected by the shutdowns and the damage that this whole thing has done. Anyway, so if you like the toys and you want to support us, you can. Great. Alpha and Bomber are coming soon. That launches right at the beginning of August, and you can find it at alternationkickstarter.com. We made it easy for people to find the Kickstarter. You don't have to search Kickstarter, although you could if you want. You'll also find it that way.
Cool. And with the Kickstarter starting in August, what is the goal for season 2?
The amount we want to raise?
Yes.
We're looking at 100,000. So it's a big ask. Not really unusual for action figures, though. It's pretty right in line with what it costs for tooling and for production. And then we also have stretch goals. Our first stretch goal unlocks at 120,000, and that's it's going to be an add-on accessory that attaches to one of the regular figures. So.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yeah. Kind of like, do you remember back in the day with Ninja Turtles, they would, like, in the later versions, later characters came out, they would have like a little sidekick that would
I remember
onto
that.
them. Yeah. So we took inspiration from that and took it one step further, and like each of these characters is specifically made to either assist, like hold accessories, for example, or actually attached to the character. So the first one is a parrot and a parrot monkey hybrid, and he goes with our nautical character El Rey. He attaches right on his arm. It's a monkey parrot, so it's kind of like he's like a pirate. Kind of inspired by pirates, I should say.
Dude, that's awesome.
Thanks.
That's very awesome. It's really cool because you don't see that many accessories out there, and especially some with that amount of tooling. So it's really cool, and it'd be exciting not only for the kids but also for your collection to have, because it makes it unique, makes it different.
You compose it, and the other thing we want to do with it is, rather than just being a blind box, there's so many accessories out. There's so many blind boxes happening right now. We wanted ours to be the hunt to be kind of like, it's not just a character you're hunting, but it's also the accessory for your favorite character you're hunting for. And plus, you're kind of doing sort of army building. It's okay if you get doubles, because the story behind these characters is they're test species. They're sort of the lab rats, if you will, that were created in the lab. So it doesn't matter if you have 100 of the same dude. That could actually happen in the story.
Oh. Got the creative juices going already.
I know. I'm gonna write that one down. 100 lab rats.
Oh yeah. So another question of mine concerning the Kickstarter. Well, I know a lot of fans are going to be asking this, but what kind of tiers will the Kickstarter have? Like, can you let us know a couple of them?
Yeah, sure. So there's just the basic one figure. I should take that back. The lowest tier is you get added to our website forever. Well, as long as the website's up, as long as the internet is up, your name will be written on our website in our Hall of Heroes. That's at any amount donated. Next tier is we've been doing short stories regularly. If you do $5 or more, we'll give you an exclusive short story that's not available to the fan club, because it was more of a PG rated audience, and our fan club could be G rated. We tend to respect that with the parents, like, don't send them too much PG stuff, basically. Next tier up is the figures themselves. Bomber, he retails for $24.99. The Kickstarter, you can save 99 cents and get it for $24 plus shipping. And then the next tier up is Alpha. He retails for $29.99. Kickstarter $29 plus shipping. And then we have a combo of the two for the same price, just combination. We have 2 times both characters. You can get 2 of each, so you can open one, play with the other, or give one to a friend, or play kickball with it. I don't care what you do. I just appreciate you forking over your money. Then our next tier up is you can get the entire set, phase 1 and phase 2. We have also some collector's editions of phase 1 that's also available in the tiers. So, and then our add-ons, we're doing some really unique collector stuff. So we're offering, we haven't figured out what price to charge for it, but things like prototypes, one-of-a-kind stuff that we don't have a use for it in collectors. I love that kind of stuff anyway. I would absolutely buy that on eBay, but since I made it, I don't have that same affinity I have to collect things that I have sitting in a warehouse.
Oh man, the fans are gonna dig that hard, especially collectors. And you're right about that. They love the molds. They like the prototypes just because that's something that they could. That's their vision of what they want to have to showcase and also have in their collection. Like I guess I know a lot of collectors that like to have the before and after. Like it was thought about this way, then afterwards it became this. So that's pretty cool.
And we have that whole. If you see those white boxes over there, those are all the prototypes I have of various phases. So yeah, some of them are just solid statues. Some of them are actually articulated, and yeah. So trying to figure out what to charge for them. I don't know. We're a smaller brand, and I don't know. We'll figure it out. We should probably put that in the comments for this thing or whatever.
Oh, of course. There's no fans.
How much would you be willing to pay for a prototype? And hopefully we get some good answers and not insults.
Oh yeah, and email Ryan, let him know. And you got to be as fast as possible because once it's gone, it's gone.
That's true.
So I was wondering, what's the future of the company will look like if the Kickstarter is successful?
Yeah, I mean, we call ourselves Panda Mony Toy Brands. So we were always hoping to have a second brand after, not just be the alternation company. So we absolutely have plenty of ideas and concepts. If this Kickstarter is successful, it just kind of, it'll just like help us snowball into like, okay, we know how to run a Kickstarter now. We have a base. We'd love to like bring those ideas straight to the public. And even, maybe we could do things to where, hey, we've got several ideas. Which one do you like the best? Vote now. Just things like that. Also, of course, we have more alternation stuff ready to go. We have, if any of the folks watching have read our comics, there's more characters than just the 8 now that are being produced as toys. We have several more hybrid characters that would also have a special ability. One of them, we'd like to make a flying action figure and do it right. And we also, we'd like to expand into play sets. We have revolutionary ideas on that I think would change the whole toy industry with play sets. But we can't do it until we've established the brand going. We have vehicles, all sorts of things. If you've seen our comics as well, you've seen some of the vehicles that we've implemented before. I'm really excited about a cruise ship that turns into an aircraft carrier. I would like to do that someday, but we'll see.
Oh man, the cruise ship idea, that is awesome.
Yeah, now Transformers, don't go steal that, or whoever.
Whatever said in this conversation is considered a part of an NDA.
Copyright.
Copyright. And so that brings me to it. It's like, so season 2, I know you had those ideas for the toy brand. Will that could be a couple of surprises for season 2?
Absolutely, yeah. We partnered with Dark Horse for the comics. We've been looking for an animation studio to develop our short stories and comics into an actual animation, because kids tend to follow animation more nowadays than they do comics. And yeah, I mean, we'd like to keep the story going. That's kind of why this Kickstarter is so important. It'll really I don't know, what's the word we're looking for, validate it as a viable brand that we can, and that we should keep delivering for, and not just because the coronavirus stuff happened right at the worst time. We launched Q4 2019, and had one Christmas, and then it's like, haha, 2020 is going to be our year, and like, no, so we don't really know how to gauge the response. We have a following on social media, we have purchases coming in, but we don't know if this brand can really explode, and that's part of what this Kickstarter is testing and proving.
Oh, that's good to hear. It's good to hear. I know it was tough for 2020, and with everything being put basically on the pause button, and I'm glad things are not only opened again, but the play button's pushed now, and everything's moving in a great direction.
Yeah, I hope so. There's people talking about pausing again. I don't think I can do it again.
I hear you on that, but I like the combination or collaboration with Dark Horse Comics, and even putting that story out there, because a lot of fans, they love backstories. Yeah. They want to know every little detail about a character, and they will use that in their toy, and they will have discussions, arguments, and a lot more arguments over that character and that character's backstory. And I dig that. And I dig that. And where would it go?
Like, who would win in a fight, El Rey or Quilroy or something, But yeah, that's and you bring that up. We've been doing, because we are a smaller company, we have to get creative with the content we put out. So we started what's called an altered reality game. And yeah, you probably know what that is. We did ours in the form of a website that you can log into as if you're an agent, and it's gkdelta.navy, www.gkdelta.navy. You can do it with or without the www, but it is .navy and not .com. And you can log in as an agent. It brings up a thing as if you're hacking into this military system, and through that you could read reports that are, we actually disguise our short stories as reports. So you're seeing things from the point of view of the character, and they're telling you about this adventure that they're having. Maybe the next part of the adventure switches to another character's perspective. It's a lot of fun. I encourage people to check it out, especially if you're the type that likes to argue with your friends about a character's backstory. See, I tied it back to what you said.
Oh, that's awesome. We're going to be sure to put that link not only in the description of the interview, but as well as on the article that we're going to be putting on there as well.
Thanks. Yeah. Need all the promotion we can get.
Oh, of course. And not only to join that, just that link, but lastly, where can our fans find you on social media to see updates?
Yeah. We're always at Panda Mony Toys, PandaMony, like Mony, and toys. You know how to spell toys if you're watching this video.
Oh, sweet. We'll make sure to put that in the description. Fans, go check it out, and not only just see the updates only for the Kickstarter, but also be part of the story, see what's next, Yeah.
If you want to go straight to the Kickstarter, it's alternationkickstarter.com. Alternation is right there. See this thing? There we go. Ah, it's so weird doing this backwards. Alternationkickstarter.com. Actually, you'll probably put something in right about here that says it.
Oh yeah, right there, Frank.
Frank, wait. Now let's squish it.
Well, thank you so much, Ryan, for taking your time today to talk to us about not only for your Kickstarter, but also what's going on for Alternation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Vic. It's been great to see you, and I've really been enjoying the Phantom Spotlight Twitter feed and all that. So it's fun talking to you on Twitter.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Actually, that was Mony the puppet talking to you. That wasn't me doing the tweets.
They're all trying to get in the camera.
Yeah. Cool.
They're already planning their vengeance. Like, all right, I already see who is he talking to. Dun, dun, dun.
Cool, man.
Awesome. Fans, be sure to go check them out. Links are in the description. molds you down. Click it, participate in this Kickstarter. It's going to be awesome and be part of history, guys. Watch the reinvention of toys and fun in our lifetime. This is Vic, Drop Spotlight. We'll see you at the cons.